reality is like I talked about it, man. People got to get this. Listen, whether I like Spencer Rattler, I do like Spencer Rattler. I've made that very known. I do like Spencer Rattler. Low, my dog, shout out to my dog, Low. He clowns me about saying, like, I like Spencer Rattler. Rattler's he's a cool dude, such and such. And he says, I love Spencer Rattler. He makes fun. He makes, he says, he clowns me on that. But, I do like Rattler, but I like Tyler Shuck too. I think I like the temperament of these young guys because I like, they're tough. They got a good mentality, a good head on their shoulders. And most certainly his game does need improvement, just like most of them, but it really hurts when you cannot rely on your veterans. Like if you have if I'm a quarterback in the NFL and I got a freaking safety blanket like Jawan Johnson, are we kidding? The man's security blanket or safety blanket is Jawan freaking Johnson. A guy that fumbles the ball, drops touchdowns, drops catchable balls at time. I mean, he makes some catches here and there. But dog, when the clutch is on, I need you not to fumble. When a clutch is on, when I throw the ball to you in the end zone, I need you to catch the ball, secure it, and come down with it, and don't let the guy punch it out with one hand. I need you not to fumble when we marching on a drive to score to take the game. I need you to block and really put your back into blocking, bro. Don't be doing this half-ass because people know he don't like the block. He a shitty blocker because at times he don't really be really about the blocking. So, man, it's difficult when you have Jawan Johnson doing that and then you have Chris Olave dropping passes, bro. Chris Olave is supposed to be my best wide receiver, and he dropping passes, bro. Come on, bro. All I can do is throw you the ball. You got to catch it. You're the veteran. You're supposed to be leading the team. These guys are starters. One of them making $10 million a year. Another one want to get paid. And Chris is making decent money too. Hell, his money next year spikes to like $15 million for that year. In his final year, his money goes up to like $15 million. Come on, bro. If you want to be around, dog, you got to make the clutch catches. I'm not just talking about the little dinky donkey do stuff I throw to you. I'm talking about the clutch moments. You guys got to step up. Veterans letting the man down. But in terms of him seeing the field, if it's different, it's a big difference when you see the blitz versus when you don't. If you see the blitz, you can make the defense pay for blitzing, right? You can make them play. You got to make them pay for blitzing you. If they sending guys in there after you, that mean there are guys out there on that field that's running around for you that are open, and you got to find them and to stand tall in the pocket and deliver the ball with them running at you. And they might get your ass knocked off, but that's what it takes to be an NFL. You want to be an NFL starting quarterback? That's what it take. When you standing in there, like Michael Irvin said, in the midst of pain. That's what it was like Michael Irvin said. In the midst of pain. Shit. That's what you got to do. You got to stand. You got to stand in the midst of pain and deliver the ball. You got to listen to Michael Irvin on that one. Don't listen to him on too much other shit, but in the midst of pain, you got to stand there and you got to deliver the ball. So, I mean, that's a part of the game, man. But, man, listen, it hurt when your safety blanket, I can't even call that dude that, when your safety blanket don't make the catch. Your wide receiver, your best wide receiver dropping the passes that you need him to catch. That hurts, man. That hurts a lot, man. He got a tough go of it, man. You got a tough go of it, bro. We need veterans to handle business, not do what these guys been doing. But yeah, he when you see the blitz coming, you got to make them pay, bro. Ain't no doubt about it. You got to make them pay. All right, Uncle Paulie. All right, shout out to you, man. All right, Hemisphere said, I won't hear Jawan Johnson say, well, I didn't make the play. I don't dwell on that. Yeah, Jawan Johnson is full of shit, man. I would, if I could, bro, I would take the money back away from him. I would go and draft the tight end, man. I would literally go into the draft and find me another tight end. Jawan Johnson is not the guy, man. He is not improved. He's still doing the same dumb shit he did last year. And I am sick of Juwan Johnson. He makes too many mistakes, bro. Too many mistakes. If he ain't false starting or having concentration drops or fumbling or dropping the passes at the most intense times of the games, when you can't do that, bro. You can't do that, dog. And they ain't gonna get none of their money back. So, and Mickey Loomis gonna protect them. Yeah, Justin says, what's up? Justin says the costly turnovers and playmakers are not making plays is absolutely killing us. Not to mention hiring your friend as the defensive coordinator is backfiring miserably. All right, thank you, Justin. Good call, man. Hemisphere says they remind me of a group of people looking at each other, arguing who's going to make the play. Yeah, it's not a playmaker amongst them. Everybody just going through the motions and collecting a check. Who's fired up? You see any pissed off people outside of yourself on the field? Anybody pissed off? Listen to what I'm saying. They're a 1-5 football team. Anybody pissed off? Anybody pissed off? Is the wide receivers? Juwan Johnson ain't pissed off. He collecting his check. Too many these check collecting ass dogs that's on this team that we had on here since we had that clown from last year. These people still on this team. They got to go, man. We got to clear these guys out of here, man. Tired of this Juwan Johnson, dude. I'm tired of these drop passes. I'm tired of these excuses. I'm sick of it. This is football. It's a child's game, man. L-Dub says I was about to say that because I haven't heard he's been doing interviews. Yeah, he ain't been on Tuesday. He's supposed to do one with Softball Mike. Softball Mike serving him up he not doing it. He disappears. You won't talk about accountability. This dude posts one of the top ones there. No accountability. Can't stand before you and take blame for the dumb shit he do. These are clowns, man. These are punk ass clowns, man, for real. Mad Drummer says, Q, we could have drafted Igbuka instead of we drafted freaking Broughton, somebody who is out, and Chuck who ain't playing. Well, I mean, it is what it is, bro. I think Vernon Broughton was drafted a little too high. I thought that the Saints took him too high, man. But Vernon Broughton is going to be good for you, bro. He's raw, but he's going to be good for you. I think Coach Bo really wanted the dude and thought they could turn him into something. And I think Vernon Broughton's going to be a good future piece for you. 5 vocals says Q 1-5 and Joanna, man. Joanna, man. Damn, that's cool. Joanna, man, Johnson and Chris Ogava laughing and smiling during the game. Yeah, these guys need to go, bro. They need to go, man. They need to hit it. T4 says if Spencer goes to a different team, watch how good he will become. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Spencer Rattler is giving these guys an opportunity. Now, I talked about his conservative nature. He's no longer, I don't consider him a gunslinger. His game is morphed. He's more of, I ain't gonna say he's a game manager, but he's very conservative with the football, right? He goes to the intermediate and the check down a lot. And it's a multitude of different reasons, but really 1 and 2 is the shakiness of the line. The pressure comes, he has to make a call, he comes out, right? And he goes to the intermediate area or to his check down, right? And at times, like there are openings upfield, but it's not registering, right? Unless it's a wide open shot that he look and see. Some of the stuff you got to throw these guys open or just take a gamble. And he is not in the gambling man mode right now. He is in the protect the ball mode. You could tell. He'll throw it out there if he sees the guy and it's not a gamble, but the gamble and throw, like you seen Drake May just hang the ball out there and let guys run up under it. He ain't doing that, man. Because it's the pressure of losing your job if you start throwing interceptions. They know they're gonna yank him out of there. But the cold-blooded part is if he isn't throwing interceptions, if the offense is not driving, and it's not all his fault because his guys are dropping the balls around him and not protecting them like they should. He doesn't have a competent tight end safety blanket and not even a steady running attack. Guess what? None of that matters when the time comes. If they keep losing, they're going to pull him up out of there and put the next guy in there. None of that matters. And you say, Q, that ain't fair, but hey, man, it's not fair in the National Football League. Brother Duke says, do you think something is going on with AK-41 a couple of times around goal line? They have been taking AK-41 out, and I don't think AK-41 doesn't want to be taken out. If Elvin gets you down there, I would give him the ball to punch it in. but they've kind of delegated a short yards rusher, which Kendre Miller is better than Elvin in the short yardage running. He's more of a powerful running back going north to south on the short or the goal line situations. But they'll even throw Taysom Hill in there. So Kendre Miller or Taysom Hill are now considered the short yardage guys for them. They're more powerful than Alvin Kamara. So you can see them kind of finding a rim, a kind of a room or an ability or a role, better yet, for those players. So, but it also spares Elvin to be used in other ways. You don't have to be a goal line runner. You can line him up like a wide receiver to spread out the defense. We're not doing any of that consistently. It's just too much non accountability and not looking at everything at all. They just don't know that personnel well enough. Giovanni says, one thing I didn't like was Jawan laughing and giggling with the linebackers who took the ball away. Yeah, Jawan Johnson's I'm really not liking Jawan Johnson, man. I really am. I really don't like his game. He's too soft. And it's really sad, and it pisses me off. Jawan Johnson's game, it really pisses me off. It really is, because Jawan, it's no reason for him to be like this. You have jug machines. You can be out there practicing. You can be out there improving your game. And this dude, week after week, is always doing something that's hurting the team. If he's not false starting in his own building, if he's not dropping passes, if he's not missing blocks, if he's not dropping, or when they call upon him in the clutch moments of the game to make a play, it's just one after the other and after the other. And I'm really sick of Jawan Johnson. I really am, bro. I really am. I am tired. I'm sick of Jawan Johnson. I really am, man. And this is one of the things that gave him the money. At first, I didn't think Mickey and them would pay him, but Mickey Loomis sure did. He didn't want to go out and look for nobody else. That's what his big lazy ass didn't want to do. He didn't want to go find somebody else. Duke said exactly, I didn't see no one upset with the losses. It's not as they're accustomed to losing, which is not good. I told you all that, though. I told you, what did I say? What was my words? That something like the Saints are infected with losing from the 4 years they was with that possum. They don't have a winning spirit anyway. They go into these games, and in the clutch moments, they shrink and disappear. They run away from it. Where are these big talking ass people who talk about all this other stuff like a DeMario or Cam Jordan? And Cam get up there and buck his eyes and talk fast and all that type of shit. Where all that at in the middle of the game when it's needed? Where that's at? Who mad at outside of you? You always mad. What's wrong with you? You ain't gonna smile and get glad because your team is 1-5? Ain't nobody, yeah? Huh? You always mad. Your ass always mad. Why? Because your team suck. This is bad football. Nobody's smiling when they see garbage football, bro. That's terrible. Nobody wants to see no bad football.